All right, so we've created an in-class assignment, we've created an online assignment, but there is an additional piece of the puzzle I know many of you probably want to utilize, and that is an external tool like Turnitin. Okay, so let's talk about this. So how are we going to build an assignment with Turnitin integrated? Well, the cool thing is it's relatively simplistic. So you, again, are just going to go to your Assignments tab when you're creating an assignment. Let's determine what group it's going to belong to. For me, I'm going to create a second lab report called Lab Report 2. So let's create that assignment. Here we are. And so this is going to be Lab Report 2. Please submit your lab report over acids and bases. Let's just say that that was what the topic was for them to submit. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. There we go. You're going to come down here and just as we've done before, set your points, your group, and then whether you want the student to see percentage, complete, incomplete, points, letter grade, GPA, whatever. And now, before, remember we had online and we had all these options. Well, now let's go ahead and we're going to make it to where Turnitin is the way that the students will submit this. So we're going to come down here and we're going to choose external tool. Okay? When you choose external tool, you're going to be given this. It says enter or find an external tool URL. And here's the cool thing. This is going to work very similarly to the way in which we integrated applications. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click find. And this is going to bring up a list of all of the applications that Canvas currently has integrated. What this means is you don't have to worry about finding any additional information. These applications are quote-unquote turned on in Canvas and you have them available to you. So here's Turnitin. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to choose select. Now here you can choose if you want your students to load this in the same tab or a different tab. I'm going to actually choose to load this in a new tab because I don't want students to have to navigate away from Canvas and then remember to navigate back to Canvas. So when they load Turnitin, it's going to open it up in a brand new tab. Okay, leave everything else the way it was, and then let's just go ahead and say again that this assignment is going to be due the same day as the previous assignment Lab Report 1 was. I will make it available starting today, and I'm going to leave this completely open so that the student can see feedback and anything else. And I'm going to save and publish this assignment. And then remember what we have to do if we want to actually add this to a module. We have to add it to the module by going over to Modules. And we have to then hit the plus here. And here is Lab Report 2 from my assignment list. And you choose Add Item. So there it is. So I've got Lab Report 2 in Unit 1. Okay. So we already saw what the student view looked like for an online submission. Let's see what it looks like for Turnitin. Now, I do have to let you know right now, there's going to be one tricky piece to this. Okay, so student view. I'm now a student. Let me go to my modules, and I'm going to pick Lab Report 2. And this is what the students are going to see. Please submit your lab report over acids and bases, and then load Lab Report 2 in a new window. So if I were a student, I would click this. And when I click it, it's going to open up Turnitin. But here's the issue. Your student account doesn't actually have an email address associated with it. And Turnitin verifies through Canvas that whoever is clicking on this has an email address in Canvas. And once it verifies they have a legitimate email address, then it lets them in to Turnitin. So if you're in Student View and you click on a link to Turnitin and you get this message, don't worry about it. We've tested it for students and it does indeed work. So notice I don't have a valid email address associated with Turnitin because I was in Student View, and Student View doesn't have an email address associated with it. So just be mindful of that. You'll see this, but your students will actually see the correct page for Turnitin where they can then go and submit their document. Okay? And if you'd like a demo of that, then just be sure to contact the ELC and they can potentially assist you with that so that you can actually see what Turnitin would look like. Additionally, as I'll discuss in a later section, you can actually, in certain courses, set people as students just to visit your course, and then they can test it out with you. Okay? But that's Turnitin, and that's how easy it is to build assignments that have Turnitin integrated with it.